Hey everyone, welcome back. I am now a real YouTuber because I have a glittery wall. Boom! Today I am going to be doing a tattoo and piercing Q&A. I felt like doing it. I've seen a few people doing like different like tattoo tags. I didn't know how to answer some of the questions, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask you guys to ask me some questions. I went on Twitter and I asked for you guys to ask me some questions about my tattoos and piercings, and you replied. Is there anywhere you absolutely wouldn't get a tattoo and why? My face. I don't think I'm cool enough to get a face tattoo. I don't know. I think I want to just leave my face. I do like face tattoos. Like I really like Kat Von D's and a few other people's, but I don't think I'd touch it. I'd be too scared. I'd be worried because your face is your face. It's like your face. It's your identity. So no, I don't think I'd touch my face. What are your thoughts on couple/matching tattoos, and would you and Math get any? I'll be honest, I'm not really keen on names, like getting your other half's name tattooed on you. I just think that could be a disaster, especially if anything went wrong. Matching tattoos not so bad, depending on like, if it was like a thing, like you both got like a bear or something, I think that's a little bit more all right, just because if you ever did split up, you could just be like, oh, it's just a bear. I don't know though, because with names, I'm totally like, nah, I don't really dig the name thing. Whereas I think tattoos are like, just tell stories of different aspects of your life. So even if you had like a tattoo of something that was matching with something of someone else's, it would be like, oh, that was the time I was with that person. You know, it's not like their name, but it's symbolic of a time that you were with them. I don't know. Kind of on the fence. How do you deal with people, in particular those close to you, who don't like your tattoos? Well, I haven't actually met anyone that doesn't like my tattoos. I remember when my nanny was alive, she didn't really say she didn't like them, but I remember her being just like a typical old lady, like, oh, don't you be ruining yourself like that. And I'd be like, Nanny, Nanny, I am not ruining myself. This is my decision, so shut your little mouth. I think it depends who it is. I think there are certain people you can tell to shut up, and there's certain people where you get more in a debate about it and you can get a little bit more heated. But luckily I've never had anyone say that they don't like them or they disapprove. Wedding related, how do you deal with conservative family members who say they don't like brides with tattoos showing? I personally love it. Again, I never personally had to face this problem, but being a bride and being able to talk about marriage and my experience afterwards, I would say that it really is not a big deal. Like all these niggly little problems that people have, they can just shove it. It's your wedding day, it's about what you want, and it really isn't a massive fucking deal because the day goes so quickly, people ain't gonna fucking notice. I'm just saying. I just had enough wedding stresses myself, and the day went so quickly that I thought that was just all them stresses and arguments were just not worth it. Do you have any plans for the rest of your body? Do you feel like you'll be done with getting tattoos? I want a few more tattoos. I want some more on my arm, because at the moment I just have that one, this one, and this one, whereas that one's like a full arm. So I just want to fill this one out a little bit more. I've got some more that I want doing on my legs. Like I want quite a densely filled leg, because that's like sporadically placed. I really love like really filled in legs. I think that's so super cool. Where's the furthest you've travelled for a tattoo, and would you travel further? Well, the furthest I've travelled is Brighton, but I would totally go abroad to get a tattoo if I could book in with like someone super amazing. I have a friend called Lauren who I used to work with at Shoe, but she now works for Lush and Pool. I think she works in the head office now, and I remember when I worked with her, she would travel so far to just get tattooed, and I was like, whoa man, that's so cool. It's just a case of finding them, and a lot of people that have a really big reputation have a huge waiting list, so it'd be like a case of like booking it a year in advance and then going. Which tattoo would you get again / do differently, and why? My feet tattoos. Don't get me wrong, they're symbolic. I got them when I was young and they're quite cute, but I really wish that I'd got something on my feet that was maybe linked, like symmetrical. My friend Danny has a skull on, which is like a pirate skull, and then another skull which is like a sugar skull. So they're kind of linked together. And I think obviously because your feet are pairs, it would be cool to have something that was linked together. So although they are cute, my feet tattoos, I kind of wish I'd thought it through it a bit better and did something linked. Would you ever get a portrait of Lola and Barney I would. If it was done by the right person, I totally would. I'd get it like in a Regency frame and I'd get them looking really cute. Lola would probably have a ball in her mouth and Barney like a pork chop or something, I don't know. Have you decided if you're going to get your ears repaired, i.e. stitched together? Yes, I am, but I keep forgetting to book it. They have shrunken really small, but obviously they're not going to shrink to nothing. So I do need to get them stitched up, but I need to figure out who I want to do it and when. But I just keep forgetting about them. Do you have any artists that you would love to get tattooed by that haven't tattooed you already? Okay, right, I need to look up on Instagram. So there's Tiny Miss Becca. She's like a really amazing tattoo artist lady. She's very similar to Natalie Style, who did my sleeve. But Tiny Miss Becca would be awesome to get tattooed by. On Instagram, she's S6 Girl. There's also a guy called Daryl Watson Tattoo. He tattoos in Birmingham. I love his Instagram feed. Also my friend Tom Bates. He's an amazing tattoo artist, but he's never actually tattooed me. He tattooed Matthew, but I haven't been tattooed by Tom. There's a guy called Max Rathbone Tattooer. He's also in Birmingham. He particularly does like really good peonies, and I really like his peonies, so I'd really like him to do some peonies all up my leg. What are your top tips for aftercare? I like using Dream Cream and just letting the area breathe and keeping it clean. That's all really, yeah. Dream Cream is an amazing after tattoo care cream or cocoa butter. What would you recommend for piercing aftercare, especially nose? Well, hot, salty water to clean it, and just be careful when like getting dressed that you don't catch it on anything. But generally, just cleaning it twice a day and get up before we go to bed kind of thing. And just try not to fiddle with it. And also don't put makeup around it. Yeah, they're my tips. Oh, I like this question. If you woke up and all your tattoos and piercings were gone, which would you get back first / not have done again? Okay, right. So I'm not really one for like regretting things. Really, but if I woke up and I had like no tattoos or piercings, I would definitely get my sleeve done again. I'd definitely get my script done again, and this. I'd have this done again, but placed somewhere differently. I'd definitely get my feet redone, as I said previously. I would get my ears pierced normally, like I'd have them going up my ear, and maybe like one here. I don't know. I don't even have that one yet, so maybe I'll just get that one. Definitely not have my tramp stamp. Okay, if we're talking regretting tattoos, that is one that I regret because. Well, no, it's funny because I look at it and I do laugh, but I notice, sometimes I forget it's there. I noticed it in the mirror the other day and I went, oh my God, I totally forgot about you. It's funny because, you know, I got it when I was 17, you know, I was at that time in my life where I wanted to be really hip and cool, so I got a tattoo, like one of my first people to get a tattoo, and I got it, but I'd rather it wasn't there, but yeah, I'd get that one done. My leg tattoos, maybe. I don't know if I would have the Stand Sure thing. I do like it, but again, I think that might be a placement thing. I'd have that somewhere else. But everything else, I'm happy with. Any advice for someone wanting their first tattoo but having no idea where to start? I would research artists first, because I think it's really important to find an artist that suits what you want rather than just going to anyone and going, can you do me a tattoo of a dog? Or can you do me a tattoo of a flower? Find people that are good at dogs or good at flowers. Because all tattoo artists have like an area that they kind of specialise in, I think anyway. Well, most have an area that they specialise in. Money shouldn't be an issue. You should want to invest in your tattoos to make sure you're getting the best kind of one. And also travelling. Like, this is something that's going to be on your body forever, so I fully advise that you take it seriously, i.e. don't just get it because it's cheap or it's conveniently placed. Do your research and put the effort into getting something really great. Do you think all tattoos should have a meaning, or would you get one just because you like the way it looks? I don't think tattoos should have a meaning. Like, I have stuff on me that I just liked it because I just like the way it looks. I've seen tattoo artists do stuff on people which I like, and I've wanted something similar, so I've got it. You know, this glass heart, this doesn't have any reason, but I've seen similar ones and I thought, I like that, I want it. I think some people get way too pretentious when it comes with like tattoos and like their meaning. I'm like, if you like something, just fucking get it, man. Don't have to have like a justification for it, just do it. Would you get your nipples pierced? Oh no, I wouldn't. They're just too little and How do you propose ideas to tattoo artists? Do you go for loads of detail or a rough idea and let them run with it? I normally let them run with it. I'm very trusting. I've gone to someone that I trust and I like their style and I've chosen for that specific reason. So like with my flamingo sleeve, I said to Natalie, I want a flamingo in a feather headdress with like tropical plants and jewels around it, and then for the rest of it to be coloured in as well. And she just whipped up a design. Easy. I get my first ever tattoo on Wednesday. What is your advice to combat last minute nerves and doubts? I've wanted this tat for 3 years. The few days before you get a tattoo, I think it's very normal for you to like get a bit nervous. I think that is just your mind doing the normal thing of, oh my God, should we do this? This is a big thing. But there's also excitement. You know, it's like with anything that you do that is new to you, you get, like, it's like starting a new job. You're nervous, you're excited, but you're like, oh my God, I've got to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm scared. So those feelings are completely normal. If you want it for 3 years, do it. Any future tattoo plans? I want to get lions somewhere. 2 lion heads. I want a girl and a boy. I think I want it on the back of my legs. And I want them to have, like, be similar to Philippe, the flamingo, like have feather headdresses on and beads and jewels and look really cool with some like tropical plants, cheese plants and stuff. Yeah, that's something that I really want. And some of my arm filled. I don't know I want my arm, but I know I want lions on the back of my legs. Where is the least painful place you were tattooed? My arm, my big flabby arm up here. That was totally not painful. Well, a bit, but I didn't bother me, and that is an easy place to get tattooed. If you were to sell me the idea of getting a tattoo, what would you say? Okay. Oh, this is an interesting one. Tattoos are cool. They enable you to express your interests and your likes and everything that goes on inside your head on the outside of your body. They're colourful and exciting. They attract attention. Not always the best kind of attention, but you know, people look interesting. Oh, they're inspiring. They're just fucking rad. Have you ever got any impulsive tattoos, or have you always thought carefully about each one before getting them? Yeah, I've had a couple of impulses. That was an impulse. This one. The cross keys are an impulse. I think that's about it. Like some tattoos I haven't really thought about for long, but I've thought about them. Will you be getting the ear piercing that supposedly helps with migraines? I get migraines too, and I was wondering if it worked. I might do it, but because my migraines are like hormonally induced, I don't know if it'll work. I mean, why not? Every little helps, I suppose. But I think it's in here, isn't it? Like right in there. That scares me a little bit. All that cartilage, man. Ugh. Would you change, add, or consider a cover-up of any of your tattoos, either because you're not happy with them or just cause? Well, so my little tramp stamp on the back of my back, I have been thinking about getting it covered up with something to go on my back, or getting it removed. To be honest, I'm not that bothered by it, but when I do get a glance of it or I see it, I do kind of go, like, I find it amusing, but sometimes I do think, fuck's sake. And because it is the least favourite tattoo that I own, I would most definitely look into getting it lasered or lightened so something can be tattooed over it. Because I don't think I'll be able to get it the cover-up would have to be massive because it's so dark. And then I have this little love heart that my friend Jordan tattooed on me years ago. And although it's quite funny and it was like, whoa, I wonder, but it's not really great. So I think when I get more stuff put on my arm, I'll just be like, oh, cover that up whilst you're there. Did you have any tattoos you really wanted but never got done and now are relieved because you don't like the design anymore? I really wanted the Simba logo from the tree on The Lion King, you know, where it goes Simba on it, like on my arm. How did I want it? I think I wanted it like here. I'm glad I didn't do that. Or on my wrist. I'm super glad I didn't do that. I'd still probably get that tattoo, but like on my leg somewhere between 2 other tattoos, so it wasn't like there, something where it's not really that seen, because I would love a Lion King tattoo, but I'm really glad I just didn't get it done there. So that is it, everyone. That is my little tattoo and piercing Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. I like doing these, they're fun. I need to get more tattoos though, so I'm more like a tattoo person. See you later, love you, bye.